Sugared matte nails. You either love them or you hate them. What's up, nail crew? It's Nicole, your fellow nail obsessed DIYer. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do super fun sugared nails and also do some gorgeous matte nails. I want to show you the easiest way I found to do both of those. I'm starting off with this stunning pink color. It's called I Am Definitely the Boss, and if you know me, I kind of have a reputation for being a little bit bossy. It's funny because in my personal life, like my family has always told me I'm bossy, and then in the nail world, meeting all of my nail friends and, working with my favorite company, OG Dip Powder, a lot of the ladies have realized that I'm bossy. So they get a little bit teased about being bossy, but, I've always owned it. I've basically been bossy since birth and I can't help it. So I like to think of it as, I'm not bossy. I just have leadership skills like that t-shirt says. Anyways, as soon as I saw this pink and knew the name, I knew I had to use it right away. I am a huge pink fan. I love everything pink, and especially pink and black. Oh, that is like my go-to nail color. If I had to pick something that really described me, it would be pink and black nails, because my two favorite colors put together on my nails. When you do matte nails, you want to start out trying to get your application as smooth as possible, because matte shows everything. And I'm going to be using a matte gel top coat. Getting your application as smooth as possible is going to allow your matte top coat to go on as smooth as possible. So I apply these colors. I was trying very carefully to apply the liquids really thinly and evenly, and then pouring over the powder, making sure that I do my application as evenly and thinly as possible, so that when I go to do my matte, it's less buffing and shaping you have to do. Because when you're using a matte top coat, whether it's gel or a polish, it shows everything. Matte shows every lump and bump that you have. So you want to get it as smooth as possible. Now, I already have builder gel down on my natural nails, so I just had to do 2 dips of the pink color, and then I topped with clear so that I could make sure I can really buff and shape nice and smooth. And even when I'm not doing matte nails, I still like to top with clear. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I am obsessed with putting clear over every single dip color, every mani I do with dip liquids, because I just feel like it encapsulates not only the glitters, but it also encapsulates your colors, so that when you go and file and shape, you get such a smooth application. I know everybody doesn't do it that way, but for me, I've been doing it now like this for the past couple years, and ever since I started doing it, it's just really worked well. So I'm gonna keep doing it since it works so well for me. That's something that you'll learn with doing your nails on your own. You're gonna find stuff that works for you that doesn't work for everybody, and that's okay. If you're doing what works for you and feels comfortable and makes you feel good about your nails, then rock on, keep doing it. As obviously, as long as it's not like something dangerous that you're doing. You never want to touch gels with your bare hands. That's something you definitely don't want to do. Whenever I'm doing a solid color or a shimmer and then I'm doing a glitter with it, I always do my solid or shimmer nails first, and then clear top it and finish with activator before I even go into my glitter. This way, since I'm a messy dipper, my solid colors are totally protected from getting contaminated with glitters. And even when I do this, sometimes I still end up somehow making a mess, but I'm certainly going to try my hardest to make sure I make as minimal mess as possible. Since I started using these dip cups, I'm absolutely obsessed, because these dip cups are heavier than the cupcake liners that I previously used. So I noticed I'm not knocking over my dips as much as I used to, since they're heavier and I can bump them and they just kind of slide instead of being knocked over like the cupcake liners were. Now we're going to get into the glitter application, and this is how I do my sugar nails. So I start out with doing 1 dip of the glitter, and when you're doing a sugar nail, I found that what works best are these really fine glitters that literally almost feel like, the reason people call them sugared nails is because it looks like sugar on your nails. So you want a really fine, super sparkly glitter. And I have been waiting for a gorgeous black fine glitter to sugar with for so long. I'm so excited. This one is called I'm Finally Aging Into My Personality. Both of these dips are from the New Girl collection from OG Dip Powder. I only do 1 dip of the glitter when I'm doing a sugar. The reason I do that is because you're going to end with the dip sugared on your nail, which means it's not going to have a top coat on top of it. So it ends up being a little bit thicker, I feel like, and you you can feel the glitter. So I just go in with one layer of the glitter and then one layer of clear, and I activate, and then I'm gonna file and shape. And since we're doing matte nails, it's really important to file and shape nicely and buff it super smooth like I talked about before. So I wanted to leave some of the filing and shaping in just so everybody could see what I do. Since I do a lot of my shaping with my builder gel before I actually apply my manis, all I have to do once I've applied my dips is just do a little touch up. So I just go around the sides of my nails to make sure that my shape is what I want. And then this is what the key is: buffing really, really smooth for your matte nails. I use a flexible buffer. Since I have big hands, it just really helps me do it a lot easier. Then you can go through, finish filing and shaping. Wipe off your nails with alcohol, and then since I was using gels to top, I like to go back through with Dehydrator to really make sure that my nails are nice and clean and there is no dust left, especially since we're doing matte. Whenever you do matte nails, whenever you do any kind of gel top coat over your dip liquid, over your dip powders, and that you've used dip liquids to do, you want to make sure you do a layer of gel base under your top coat. That is going to make your top coat adhere, whether it's gel, whether it's a shiny gel top or it's a matte gel top. If you don't do your gel base underneath it, your top coat's likely going to peel. And like after you worked so hard to do your beautiful nails, that's not what we want, right? We want our top coat to stay on. When I'm doing matte top coat, something that I found that really helps for me is to float the matte top coat very gently over the nail. So I do my gel base over my entire nail, cap my edges, and fully cure that. And then when I'm putting the matte gel top coat on, I really float it over. Then you can wipe off any that gets on the sides of your nails, and then you can fully cure, and that's it. Your nails will be gorgeously matte. So now let's talk about the sugar nails. The two glitter nails are clean. They're ready to go. I apply gel base over like I normally would and fully cure that. It's especially important when you're doing a sugar nail to make sure that you don't have any gel on your skin, not only because it gives you allergies, can potentially give you a gel allergy. Your sugared nail will end up anywhere that your gel is. So then you go in with your gel top coat, and instead of curing it, you lay your nail into the glitter, into that fine glitter that you're going to sugar. So you apply your gel top coat, but don't cure it, lay your nail in, and then you're going to go around with some acetone on an angled eyeshadow brush. I know sometimes I use alcohol, but when I'm doing a sugar nail, I want to absolutely make sure that nothing is on my skin. So I go in with acetone, 100% pure acetone, on an angled cleanup tool, and I lay my nail in. And whenever I'm doing my gel top coat, whether I'm sugaring or whatever, doing matte, I flash cure each nail before moving to the next one because I don't want to bump it and mess up my top coat. And when you're doing the sugar nails, it's especially important. So I flash cured my ring finger before I move to my pinky. And the nice thing about gels is you have a lot of time to clean up. So I have time to go in with acetone on that brush and really make sure that my cuticle lines are nice and even. I'm wiping off any kind of glitter that's on my skin right around it before I go and I fully cure. And once you fully cure, you can brush off your nails with a stiff nail brush to make sure that none is stuck anywhere. Let me know in the comments if you would wear matte nails or sugar nails, or if you are a shiny nail top kind of person all the way, that you will never do matte and you will never do sugar. It's definitely something to get used to because the texture is very sugary. It literally feels like you have sugar on your nails, hence the name. Check out this next video for more easy dip nails. Thanks so much for joining me today, nail crew.